Good morning, friends. Welcome to another session in our series on the Forensic Accounting and Investigation Standards, FAIS, issued by the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. Myself, C.A. Bhupesh Khanna. Today, we'll be discussing the fifth standard, FAIS 210, Engagement Objectives, a cornerstone for initiating any forensic assignment. First, we will discuss purpose of FAIS 210. This standard provides guidance to forensic professionals in defining, documenting, and agreeing upon the objectives of the forensic engagement. It ensures that all parties are aligned on the purpose of the engagement, the expected deliverables, the scope and limitations, and the roles and responsibilities of all stakeholders. Now we will discuss importance of setting engagement objectives. Clearly, defining engagement objectives is critical because it sets the direction and boundaries of the investigation, prevents scope creep and misunderstanding, ensures accountability and transparency, supports risk assessment, resource planning, and evidence strategy. In short, without clear objectives, forensic engagements risk becoming ambiguous, ineffective, or even legally problematic. Next is common forensic engagement objectives. As per FAIS 210, objectives may include investigating suspected financial fraud or embezzlement, assessing regulatory compliance failures, conducting background or integrity checks, supporting litigation or arbitration, quantifying losses or damages, tracing fund flows or assets, identifying internal control failures. The nature of the objective will determine the methodology, tools, and reporting structure used in the engagement. Now we are moving on to documenting objectives, engagement letter requirements. FAIS 210 mandates that the engagement objectives must be documented, typically in an engagement letter. The document should clearly specify scope of work, intended users of the report, for example, management, court, regulator, confidentiality clauses, limitations or exclusions, reporting format and timelines. This serves as the legal and operational foundation of the assignment. Now we are going to discuss stakeholder alignment. The forensic professional must ensure that the engagement objectives are agreed upon by all key stakeholders, including clients, regulators, legal counsel, and audit committees. Periodically reviewed in case the engagement evolves due to new findings or legal requirements. FAIS 210 stresses the need for ongoing communication and reconfirmation of objectives if circumstances change. Next is difference between audit and forensic objectives. CA students often confuse forensic objectives with audit objectives. Here's a simple comparison on the basis of following criteria number. 1. Focus. In audit objective, focus is on true and fair view, and in forensic engagement, it's its detection of fraud, irregularities. Number -2. Approach. Audit objective is risk-based sampling and forensic engagement is specific. Issue-based investigation. Number 3. Output. Under audit objective, output is audit report, and in forensic engagement, output is forensic report, often legally admissible. Number -4 users. Under audit objective, users are shareholders, regulators, and in forensic engagement, users are clients, courts, regulators, legal counsel, etc. Always remember, audit assures, forensic investigates. Now we will discuss documentation and compliance. As per FAIS 210, forensic professionals must maintain documentation showing how the objectives were determined, record any changes or clarifications during the engagement, ensure objectives are aligned with applicable legal and regulatory frameworks, as discussed in FAIS 130. Next is key takeaways for CA students. Always start with clarity. Objectives drive everything else. Document the who, what, why, and how of the investigation. Engage in regular communication to keep the engagement on track. Ensure that objectives are not only clear, but also achievable and within the professional's competence. In last we, it's a closing statement. To conclude, FAIS 210, engagement objectives is your guiding light in setting the right direction for any forensic assignment. Think of it as your investigation's compass. Without it, you're just wandering. Stay precise, stay professional, and always begin with the end in mind. Thank you, and see you in the next session as we move forward in mastering forensic excellence. Good morning, friends.